They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. It's officially a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. That means if I want to run it inside, if you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's a loss of the full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
You know what it is. Take it to the house. On 1, right? 11 MT, take. 11 MT, take. Keep the sticks moving. Keep it moving.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. You look at this Bears defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Well, this defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you draw your quarterback? Make sure you see your guys open before you deliver.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Eagles had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down, right near the 24.
It's 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to
also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to run into a play right in the middle of the field. I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff as they run left side to about the 33-yard line. You look at this Eagle defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes you run perfectly when the play comes to you, and sometimes you cross the ground to go make the plays. We just saw that.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on him. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown! Chris Watkins, his 1st touchdown of the new season, and they are able to add on to their advantage. And he's tough to contain. contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short snap, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Fields now to throw. And this is incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Having a lot of point yet, flying to the football. It's almost 11 to the back. Every snap, another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now Fields going to move them around. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, right short of the first down marker. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and then get anywhere close to a first down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The problem is, if I'm the defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's Burrow. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And Burrow going to throw again. Going deep here for Watkins. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A handoff as they run the counter play. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Of course, remember last week, week number 1 put the over for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a 2nd award in week 2 of the season.
Here is 3rd down and 4. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he won't get close. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Matt Eberflus is going to take a risk here on 4th down. He is going to go for it. They snap it to Fields. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Here we go on 4th down. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this. Going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a timeout signal for them again with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's 3rd and 7. Fields. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 22-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. This is caught. It's Brown. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Come on, Rick.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. It's a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Here we go.
They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Play action. It's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed. No space to fit in the football.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Johnson on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now they try the right side here. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Wow, and even 200 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now a handoff running through the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Fields. A hit as he throws there incomplete. Trying to get the time in the final. That's the first time way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get him back within one score.
It certainly does because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that. There he goes, left side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Elliott good on the extra point. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And they'll get him down right off the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal. They got field goal last time. Well, they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. Puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. It leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they can't bring him down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. Lead now 3 touchdowns at 21. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. Eagles have recovered. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They go play action with Burrow. This is Smith with a grab. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The Eagles on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Here we go.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Eagles up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. Increase their lead to 28. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time. Now from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And this time he's going backwards. After the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run the option. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And he
takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Here we go.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Here he goes.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So 1st down, just 1 yard there. Need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right around the 15-yard line. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And got his man complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 85 yards. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
41. Bears 27.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Here we go.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Back lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. This offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up.